Whew, loving how my skin is glowing, and this is not even sweat, it's just glow. Glow. Anyway, I don't even know. Oh my god, blah, blah. So weird. Forgive my hair. Actually, don't forgive it. I laid it back. I had a wig on. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about love and the feeling of love and the being of love and the experiencing of love. I think love is different for different people, which is fine. But for me, I experienced it. I think it's in its purest form was well through my dad, obviously, but through my kids. They love unconditionally. They are very forgiving of whatever it is that you need to express. So let's say you are mad at them, you express it, and then like they'll get upset, but then you can apologize and they can kind of move past it, and they don't hold grudges. I think as an adult, it's so easy for us to hold grudges. Very easy, like to just hold on to it and be like, no, this person hurt me. Oh gosh, I left some cream on that pillow there. Anyway, but I was watching TikTok, or I was watching someone's status, and that led me to end up on TikTok because I wanted to see the full video of what they shared. And I think we all deserve like soft love, the kind of love that you see in movies, the kind of love that makes you like want to run to the person, whether it's romantic love or to kids or siblings or your parents or whatever. And I've been privileged to look at you, I'm crying. Oh gosh, such a crybaby. But I've been privileged to experience immense love. Firstly, I think through my dad and my gran. Obviously are late, and I don't remember my mom too well, but I do remember that there were moments where we would be watching like a movie and there'd be an amazing scene, whether it was a teary one or a really exciting one where someone had achieved something or the good guy had just saved, the poor helpless people. And she would say, touch my blood, and she'd high five us. And it was such a beautiful moment because, and I'm I'm an emotional person. I cry over everything. This morning, my daughter had a prize giving at school and we were singing the national anthem and I started crying. Ooh, sorry. Salt in my eye. And I started crying, and it wasn't because I was sad. Oh gosh, now it burns. Okay, I'm gonna have to effect this part out. Oof. It wasn't because I was sad, it's just because I was so moved that God has been so gracious. She's finished another year of schooling and she's obviously done well because I've been looking at her report cards over the past 3 terms. She obviously is not happy with the marks, but that's fine. We'll work on next year and she can get the 90s that she wants. But like just the fact that the year's over, she's achieved, and I get to witness, this beauty of this child and God's grace on her life. I mean, I think I was crazy because I went to fetch Kopano's report and he's also passed and he's going to be a big boy, big school, in a month's time. So that was my mom. And then my dad's love was like, oh gosh, it's difficult to explain, but have you ever walked into your home on a really cold day and you just walked in and you closed the door and you felt that warmth that you needed, that the outside was not offering you, that you just absolutely had to have, and you walked in there and you felt that warmth and it just felt like home? And it's difficult to explain it better than that for me because he was my dad, obviously, so he'd be like home. But his love, his unconditional, unrelenting, unforgiving, fierce love that he had for us as his kids. And I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, you know, in my varsity days, and things that I think if I were him, I would have been like, get out of my house, you're not my child anymore. But he supported me, he loved me, he pushed me, he encouraged me. I mean, he didn't let me do acting when I wanted to do it, but when I think I was of age, he supported me. He was there. He came to watch the premiere of one of the TV series that I had been casted for. Unfortunately, it never aired. But that was like soft love, right? And it was my granny, oh, my namesake, oh, lady, Gogo lady. She was a warrior, a prayer warrior, and she always made things excuse me, happen, you know, with the little that she had. She'd spread it thin, and she was so giving and so open. And she'd gone through a lot of hardships in life, and obviously she'd shared that, you know, in terms of her stories and stuff. But she never stopped loving. She never stopped opening her heart. And she showed me, you know, she's similar to the warmth that I'm referring to, except hers was different in that hers, I think, was more motherly because my mom had passed away when I was younger. And that's soft love, right? Like from a feminine perspective. But then I have been even more blessed that I have siblings that we fight like, you know, cats and dogs, not physically, or maybe when we're younger, but I know that at a drop of a hat, they will be there for me. I know that they will support me, that they will love me in ways that I don't even know I need to be loved at that point in time, unless something's come up and they show me that love. Like my older brother, he's kind of like, he's soft, but he's soft at the same time. It's very weird. But his towering nature, his jovialness, his ability to stay positive under the face of the worst circumstances has inspired me. He gives really great advice. He will show you that he loves you in like small, very significant ways, you know, and even big, significant ways. And he makes me feel like I can be anything. Like literally, I can be anything. I can be a super mom. I can be a superwoman. I can be a super actress. What's happening with my face? I should have checked before I started. Anyway, there's a lot that I learned from him and the way that he loves me. And then there's my younger sister, crazy ass girl, but she's amazing. She shows up for me when I least expect it, but most need it, in like little gestures, in big gestures, in just taking care of the kids when I just need a break, in hugging me, you know, tight. That one time when I needed a hug and I didn't know I needed one. And drinking wine, champagne, juice, whatever with me. Why am I choking? Gosh. Drinking wine, juice, champagne with me, you know, to uplift my spirits. Celebrates my birthdays without fail, you know, even if it's a 15 rand gift. She knows how important birthdays are to me. And that's one thing my mother and my father instilled in us, is that we should always celebrate each other's lives. Because tomorrow's not guaranteed, right? And then there's my younger brother, also one of the crazies. He's quite tough in his exterior, but he's quite warm and soft. And his loving me has taught me how to not accept bullshit. I look at him and his relationship with his partner, and I can see what mutual respect and understanding and communication, and compromise, and just allowing that your person to be, you know. And he always also shows up when I need him, unexpectedly so. And he reminds me a lot of my dad in his qualities. Very stern, excuse me, but very loving, very giving, and unforgiving also at the same time. Yeah. So yes, I mean, there's quite a lot of people that I can mention, right? There's my kids as well. Can't forget them. Kaya, the sweetheart of the family, the kind-hearted soul. She's soft and gentle, and you don't want her not to love you. That's just how great she is. She's the kind of person you want to love you because she makes you feel like you're the most important person in the world, regardless of your age, your ethnicity, your gender, your title, your rank, your role in her life. She's just a loving person. And then there's my son, one of the other crazies. Oof, he's just so affectionate. He'll hug you and kiss you and dote on you, and like you'll be like, is this the same guy that I was shouting at like 5 minutes ago, or trying to spank and he ran away? Um, I honestly think God's trying to teach me a lesson there, but I'm yet to learn it. Love, 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 love the way that he loves. He's extraordinarily loving, actually, if I think about it. And then obviously there's the little one who just looks into my eyes and says to me, "You're enough. You are doing your best. You are feeding me and changing me and playing with me and doting on me and waking up in the middle of the night to make sure I'm fine." Um, yeah. And then obviously there's my other relatives as well that have been super supportive and super loving and showing up when I need the most. And I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Um, and then there's like some of my closest friends, my squad, they're actually my sisters. They are really amazing in terms of the way that they show up, show off, support, reprimand, all those stuff. Like they are just like ride or die. And my sister's one of my friends, and I'm really grateful and blessed to have her and my other friends. And then who am I leaving out? Oof. I don't know. Who am I leaving out? Anyway, the moral story is I have experienced love in different forms and shapes, and it's just warming to know that there is that pure type of love that one can still get, that doesn't cost money or smiles or any other funny gesture, that people just genuinely love you. And I think sometimes I'm a really crazy person, right? But people that just genuinely love you for who you are, your essence and your soul and your spirit. And I just want to say thank you to all of you that have loved me. Forgive me for tears. You know me, I'm a big crybaby. I'm not really ashamed of it. I'm saying forgive me because it might trigger others. And yeah, so here's to you guys. I love you. Cheerio.